Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, or at this time of year, Santa Paws, and you join me here today inside my lovely casino apartment, as today we are going to attempt to undertake surely the easiest casino heist. And I'm just waiting for my good friend Mr. Raccoon, and what do you know, there he is. Hello Mr. Raccoon, how are you? Jolly nice to see you. Okay, let's head on out, shall we? Right, okay, seems rather appalled by my Christmas tree, don't you know, and I can't say that I blame him. Okay, right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we're heading on outside. Mr. Raccoon is already waiting to go, you know, and it does appear that, yes, he's left the valet alive. Well, I don't like to do this, ladies and gentlemen. It does seem that the man has to die, so there we go, shoot him and down he goes. Okie dokie, Mr. Raccoon normally takes care of that sort of business for me, you know, but if he's not going to do it, I suppose I'm going to have to, and now we'll make our escape. Okay, we're just going to head across the city, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to head on down to the arcade, don't you know, and that's where we're going to launch the casino heist from. And as I say, ladies and gentlemen, this really, whoops-a-daisies, clipped someone there, didn't we? Okay, well, never mind. Yes, like I say, ladies and gentlemen, here we are outside the arcade, you know, and we're going to go on inside and launch what is one of the easiest casino heists you can possibly undertake, in our opinion. Okay, then, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, we've gone ahead and set it up, you know. And the key things to remember. Hello, Mr. Raccoon. Yes, how are you? The key thing to remember for this heist, ladies and gentlemen, is it's the big con approach, you know, ladies and gentlemen, and it is specifically using the group 6 entry point. Okay, so that's group 6 there, or group 6, whatever the heck it's called, you know, and you must have that as your entry route, ladies and gentlemen. You're going in through the service tunnel for this particular heist, and as I say, for the easiest heist you can have. Now we've chosen Noose as our exit disguises, and the waste disposal entrance exit, you know, I do believe that it is. But the most important thing to remember, ladies and gentlemen, with this is you need your entry disguise and the big con to be the group 6, ladies and gentlemen, the group 6, anyway, no how it wants to be pronounced. And like I say, you'll be going in through the security tunnel. Okay, and we'll be playing this at double speed, ladies and gentlemen, so you get an idea of just how easy this is, you know. Okay, here we go. We've spawned outside, you know, and I'll hop on inside. Now, normally Mr. Raccoon takes care of the driving. He's the more proficient driver of the two of us, you know. He has a hard time getting into a vehicle sometimes, though, doesn't he? But yes, on this occasion I've chosen to drive, don't you know. And as we're heading along, I'll see if I can find some interesting camera angles, and there we go. How about that? And whoops, it daisies. Okay, hit someone and squash someone. Right, okay, that didn't go the way I hoped for. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, the idea, this is the big con approach with the group 6, or the group 6, whatever the heck it's called, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, here we go. We've arrived at the service tunnel, and we go on inside. And what do you need to do this heist? Is how hard is it? It's this easy, ladies and gentlemen. You drive on down the tunnel, as you can see. We get to these doors here, and we have to go on, drive inside, and all jolly good and all that sort of business. Okay, then, and here we are now. Got to wait to be sort of security checked, you know, some kind of validation or whatnot. And gentlemen in there, as you can see, is checking us out, and he gives us a green light, and through we go. I do wish to shoot him, but Mr. Raccoon advises me against it. Okay, now we hop on out, ladies and gentlemen. We've come into the basement, as you can see, the sort of parking garage of the casino here, and we're gonna head on up to the elevators, ladies and gentlemen. We're going on inside, as you can see right now. Now, normally, of course, we'd be equipping weapons, getting ready to start shooting and everything, ladies and gentlemen, but on this occasion, no, we just walk straight through, and you would think they would recognize us, given how many times we've robbed this particular vault, but no, they don't seem to pay us any mind. They just sort of, watch this gentleman on the left here, he actually waves us through like an absolute buffoon. How about that? And we've just walked straight through security, ladies and gentlemen, let's be perfectly honest, and now we're going to walk into the vault itself. Okay, there we go, yes, jolly good and all that sort of business, here we go. Heading on down this, what's referred to as the man trap, but what now serves as no more than a sort of gently illuminated tunnel for us, you know, and we're coming down to where the security guard never ever is, ladies and gentlemen, but in this particular heist, maybe in some others, but never seen before, but in this particular route, ladies and gentlemen, there he is, he's finally actually bothered to show up, and what do you know, he's only going to go and open the vault for us. And there we go. There's only one way to say thank you for that kind of behavior, and yes, there you go, sunshine. Alright, now here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the vault, and we've got 3 minutes, 25 was that on the clock, and we've got to get the artwork. So, okay, not too bad, really. Now, the artwork is particularly easy to acquire, ladies and gentlemen. You know, so much faster to acquire than the cash, you know, or the gold. In fact, the 3 different, the cash, the gold, and the artwork have 3 different times that it takes you to acquire a hoard of them, so to speak. And as I say, it's the Artie's the fastest of the lot. Okay, now I've got a couple of them. You can see we're already up to sort of 1.2 million there, and I'm going to go ahead and try and do one of these hack things now and get on inside that inside one of these secured rooms and try and get some more artwork out. And I can't really make up my mind which one I've got to go for, and I've actually decided that one. Okay, and there we go, and yes, signal match. Okay, jolly good, but for some reason or other, I've got to do two of the wretched things, you know, so okay, time to do it, I've got to do it quickly, and there we go. Okie dokie, I'm finally right. Two, that's not one or three, two, that's rather strange, I find. Anyway, here we go. Like I say, when you get there, you have to use the L analog stick and cut out the artwork, as you can see there, ladies and gentlemen. Roll it up and stick it in our bags there, and we're already up to 2.1 million. Okay, we've got a minute left on the clock now. Mr. Raccoon is trying to hack that security panel there. Now, we've never been in this situation before, ladies and gentlemen, just the two of us, you know, and Mr. Raccoon points out, really should have brought the drills, you know. While he's doing that, we'll have had plenty of time to go and drill some security boxes and see if there was anything inside. And so next time we do this approach, we may well try that. Okay, now we're down at 20 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, but there is another hacking panel in front of us, so I'm going to go try to get on it, you know. But now we're down to under 8 seconds, and I'm now 5-4 and all that sort of business, and yes, the gas is going to be coming in. I simply will not have time, and so I'm going to have to bail out, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we can see the hacks there. Now, we have actually alerted the presence, ladies and gentlemen, of the security guard. So if you're looking for a sort of flawless run-through of this is not the particular video, but that's to show you how easy it is to get in. Now, it's our understanding, although I've got to say we haven't actually undertaken this mission to find out, other than this one occasion, that if you get out before sort of like at the 10-second mark or whatever, you don't actually alert the security guards. You should be able to leave and change clothes, change into your noose disguise, you know, and exit effectively undetected. But unfortunately, we stayed in there just a moment too long, and now we've got to shoot our way out, ladies and gentlemen. And like I say, were you to take the correct approach on this, ladies and gentlemen, there really would be no need, you know. You simply go on in, like I say, leave before a certain designated time that we are yet unable to ascertain distinctly, you know, and then you'll be able to walk on out. Okay, now, unfortunately, I found that it may be the same for you. I was unable to access my interactive menu during this stage of the mission, and so, yes, can't top up snacks or put on a body armor, so that perhaps is worth mentioning, and shoot him in the back there, jolly good. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. We got into the vault easy enough. Now then, we've got ourselves what $2 million coming out, but unfortunately we've already sort of taken a few hits there, and that amount suddenly is going to go down. Okie dokie, well, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Right, we're in the yes, we're in the elevator. I'm not entirely certain what's going on. Mr. Raccoon at this point seems somewhat uncertain as how to proceed, and then we decided that we're just going to, we're not going to try to just change disguises, ladies and gentlemen. Look, get the disguise and change, and we're just going to go out, you know. We're just going to head on out and get out as quickly as possible, and that's what we're going to do. Okay then, right, I've got to shoot everybody as we're going as well. So, like I say, it is my understanding, ladies and gentlemen, I should point out that, like I say, the exit strategy can be a lot smoother, you know, if you don't spend too long in that vault, if you don't trigger the alarm. I can't say that for certain, you understand, I haven't undertaken the mission myself in that regard. But yes, that's my understanding, and as you can see, I'm getting rather low on the old health here, so I'm going to have to hang back while Mr. Raccoon goes ahead and clears a few people out. You know, I got rather lackluster with my watching my health there. Yes, and unfortunately I have to take a few gentlemen down here and hide and whatnot a moment, and there we go. Yeah, so like I say, this as far as we've done a number of these missions, ladies and gentlemen, a number of these heists, you know. We've done the sort of silent and sneaky, the aggressive, we've had silent and sneaky a couple of times, you know, and aggressive a couple of times, and we've done the big con 2 or 3 times now, perhaps 3, and this is certainly, as far as we can make out, the easiest approach that you can do. You know, the aggressive approach really is very, very easy, ladies and gentlemen, you know. But this is perhaps the easiest of the lot, and like I say, this is the big con going in with the Group 6 disguises. Okay, just checking where we've got to go, and it is where we came in on our very, very, very first heist, ladies and gentlemen. And so I'm going to go and call Mr. Raccoon this way, if you'd be so kind. He's got filled with bloodlust, you know, intent on murdering absolutely everybody. I point out that it's not necessary. Okay, here we go. We're heading on out, and yes, there we go, Eager Beaver, you know, or Eager Raccoon. Anyway, we are heading on out the door, ladies and gentlemen, and now we're going to be confronted with the police, and there they are. Okay, as always, pulling up in those vans, that sort of noose gear and whatnot, and we're going to try to make our getaway. Okay, lost our masks now, haven't we? Okay, how about that? And yes, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's a standard escape route. Now, we do advise when you do these heists, you know, a good way, if the car's in the appropriate location, you understand, make your way across the racetrack, you know. No point in running around the side where all those policemen are. There are only a handful of law enforcement officers on the actual racetrack itself, and it does provide a very quick and easy, sort of a pain-free escape route, you know. As you can see, we're doing right now, right here. Okay, now we're going to hop over on the fence, ladies and gentlemen, and try and make it onto the road, you know. We're looking for Mr. Raccoon is insisting we go onto the escape vehicles, you know. I'm saying let's pick up any car we sodding well can, and what do you know, ladies and gentlemen, it's only a sodding in furnace. How about that? Yes, well, I'm certainly not going to turn my nose up at that now, am I? Come on, Mr. Raccoon, hop on inside. Well, he tells me he's not interested, he's going to take the designated getaway vehicles, and I say to him, right, Mr. Raccoon, I've got an Infernus, and I'm going to go for it, and I do, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, and here we go, just bouncing around, just taking a bit of weaving and whatnot, and eventually do start getting stuff, flashing stars, and he has pulled off the road and try to lose them and whatnot, and eventually I do. And then I decide, well, why not go wait for Mr. Raccoon, wait for him to catch up and whatnot, you know, although it does actually turn out the vehicle he's driving. Yes, there we go, I sort of got in front of him and whatnot, and heading on down the road, quite confident in the Infernus here, you know, I got in front of him and all that sort of business, and he comes past me, and so I ram him off the road, and yes, then I want to lift from him, and he won't stop, you know. I think, well, if he's in the faster car, I'll go with him, but no, Richard Swire wouldn't stop because I rammed him, you know. Anyway, I'm going to teach him a lesson by getting there faster than him now. He's going along the road, I'm going along the railway tracks, and we're going to see which is actually faster, the road or the railway tracks, and as we can see, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed the railway tracks. So yes, if you're ever going up to Polito Bay, do take that shortcut if you're going through Sandy Shores. Okie dokie, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're waiting for Mr. Raccoon. We can see him sort of bouncing along the hilltops there, and whoops, the daisies, there he goes. Okie dokie, and I know what he's going to do here. I've got to get out the solid way. Okay, there we go. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was the highest as far as we could work out. The sodding well easiest highest. You know, what can you say? Like I said, you walk straight into the vault, ladies and gentlemen. They let you straight into the vault, for God's sake. Do you believe the absolute idiocy of them? And there we go. We get the heist breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. We get $750,000 each, I do believe, is how that worked out. And I decided to put that away, as you know, it appears. And then as we turns out, I get an extra $250,000, which goes up to $1 million. And I can't possibly work out why that is, ladies and gentlemen. We seem to get an extra $250,000 off for that. So we go outside and have a snowball fight to celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. After all, it is the festive season. There you go, Mr. Raccoon. Haha, take that. Yeah, so it turns out we got $1 million for that heist. A piece, although, like I say, it would really have been $750,000. Don't understand where that extra money came from, but certainly not going to complain. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, that is the easiest heist approach. So if you're looking for sodding hell, okay, Raccoon took me down. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen, and as always, thank you for watching.